This should be interesting. Joining me now is an individual believed to be part of the internet gathering known as Anonymous. Now, I'm going to be completely upfront here. We get pitched someone from Anonymous, claiming to be from Anonymous, just about every month. Oftentimes, it's obviously not real. They're leaving us a voicemail with a caller ID that we can track back to, a specific place, and making amateurish mistakes. In this particular case, based on all of the research we've done, Lewis, and that's really all we can do, I believe that we have with us one of the individuals involved in and responsible for the leaking of the contact information of a number of individuals at the Westboro Baptist Church, and also involved in some of the threats that have been publicized lately from Anonymous to Westboro. Can you confirm that for us, Anonymous, that you are involved with this group? And feel free to introduce yourself as well.
Yes, I was working with KY Anonymous and NightSec in releasing the original docs on Westboro Baptist Church. I'm from Team Steam, and my online handle is Anonymous Papadopoulos.
All right, Anonymous Papadopoulos. So maybe an allusion to some kind of Greek family background or something we just don't know, or maybe a red herring. We'll kind of leave that, I guess, for the audience. So let's go back to the beginning here. You released this information that you obtained, the private information of the Westboro Baptist Church members. Why do you target them in the first place?
They released a public statement saying that they were going to picket the funerals of the Sandy Hook shooting victims.
Right.
And Anonymous can't condone that kind of action. We are advocating for the peace of these families, to just leave them alone in the time of grief.
Okay. And are you worried at all, because when we talk about the release of this information, was anything illegal done in order to obtain that information, or are you guys just really good at just Googling people?
No, nothing illegal was done during the attaining of this information. It was all Googling, all white pages, all that.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. And hey, as far as how this structure goes, like, how do you guys... Do you know other anonymous individuals that you're working with? Do you know them personally, or are these all online relationships?
Everybody that I'm working with is online relationships.
Okay, so you might walk by another anonymous person you're working with on the street, and you would have no idea that's who that is. They would have no idea who you are. Exactly. Okay, and what's the goal of that? What's the point of that? Just so you can't turn each other in, even under duress, if you were to be interrogated?
That's one goal of it. Another goal is that the feds try to infiltrate the IRC chats all the time. So our goal is to try to remain as anonymous as possible.
Okay, so you have reason to believe that federal agencies actually are trying to make contact with you. It's known that Anonymous uses Internet Relay Chat, IRC, to communicate, that they're in there trying to infiltrate.
Yes, they're in there constantly. So we always have to be kind of wary of new people coming in, and we just kind of have to stay back and watch them.
How old are most of the people in the immediate group you work with?
Ages range. They all vary, from very young to very old.
Okay, like what? How young?
The youngest that I've heard of was 15.
And is that you? Are you 15?
No.
You're not 15. Okay. Do you want to tell us how old you are?
Nope.
You don't. Okay. All right. Let's get into the next plan. So you told me via email that you guys have some pretty big plans as far as the Westboro Baptist Church go, and you're even saying the possibility of taking them permanently offline. Does this involve, what does this involve? I mean, are we talking websites? Are we talking their personal bank accounts so that they can't even operate as a church? What's the extent of it?
Well, we're starting out with the websites, and as far as we know, the Jester, which is he's an internationally known hacker himself. He has taken down 18 of the 19 Westboro Baptist Church websites permanently. The only one that we know of that's up right now is GodHatesFakes.com.
So I guess, is it fair to say that at the moral level, Anonymous, at least the group you speak for, and I know you don't speak for everybody, has decided that you're basically willing to do things that are breaking the law as it stands because you believe in some, in other words, do you believe that your moral code goes above and beyond the law, and that it's just that certain things need to happen regardless of legality?
Yeah, some things do have to happen regardless of legality, but we do have to act sometimes within the law on what we're doing.
Do you think long term, in other words, I get the, I've interviewed these Westboro people. I understand the satisfaction that you might get from taking down their website or hacking Shirley Phelps Roper's Twitter or whatever. But do you worry about the long term prospects of this? I mean, in other words, over the long term, is this something that's going to be effective?
We believe that what we're achieving right now will be in the long term effective against Westboro Baptist.
Do you have any plans to get involved with either their bank accounts or their sources of funding? I mean, the big thing is they have the resources to get around to all these different protests. Do you have any plans to go beyond just hacking a Twitter account and really hit them in a way that might affect their ability to even operate?
As far as we know, us personally, my team aren't messing with the financial statements released. But Benjamin Phelps did have his credit card number released, and as far as we know, he had some credit cards maxed out from that releasing. That was done by a party member. It wasn't us.
Interesting. So, hey, you mentioned earlier about the feds infiltrating your chat rooms and such. How do you know that you guys aren't being set up right now?
I guess because we trust you.
No, not by me, not by me. Let me rephrase it.
Oh.
In other words, you say you're let's take a step back. What I mean is, you say that you're careful when new people come into your chat rooms and stuff like that. How are you confident that some of the people in your team now may not be feds that have successfully infiltrated?
Oh, because these are people that I've personally known for years online.
You've known them online, but you don't know who they are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So really, they could be anybody. You might have known someone online for several years. It could be a Fed, I guess.
That's true, but overall, I trust them.
You trust them?
I trust them.
Okay. So interesting. I think we've learned a lot here. Anonymous, at the same time as being very careful, very trustworthy of people that they've never met. A lot of plans when it comes to the Westboro Baptist Church. Okay, last thing, because we are short on time. What's the next thing we can expect with regards to the Westboro Baptist Church?
The very next thing on our plan, like I said, is to permanently take down GodHatesFags.com and to form a human wall, a silent human wall, around the mourners to keep Westboro Baptist Church out of the Newtown funerals.
Now, if Anonymous does show up there and forms a wall around the people at the funerals, aren't you going to reveal who you are?
Me? No. We've been getting reports that today a lot of Anonymous members have been showing up in Newtown and been marching. As far as we know, they've already started. Westboro Baptist Church has started showing up.
Right.
They haven't started the picnic, but they've started showing up, and Anonymous has started forming human walls.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if all of the Anonymous people are anonymous, how do you know that it's Anonymous that are forming human walls? Aren't they no longer anonymous?
It's the masks they wear, the identities they hide.
Oh, I see. So people wearing the masks are there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Huh. Well, I hope nobody takes one of their masks off, because then they wouldn't be so anonymous. But listen, I agree with you that the Westboro Baptist Church is a despicable organization. As I've said, I worry whether going beyond the letter of the law is a good or bad strategy long term. Reasonable people can certainly disagree on that. We know that arrests have been made in the past. And, I appreciate you being here with us today. I think it's been interesting for the audience. And we're going to keep an eye on what else happens. So thanks for being here.
All right, no problem.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back with plenty more after this.